The power of your bio. This isn't really something that I've talked about in quite a long time, but recently for me, I've gone through this transformation and I actually think it was really, really empowering and actually a bit of a relief to go through this process. And I definitely realize that we can take for granted sometimes assumption. We assume people understand what we do and why we do it, and we assume people use the same words that we do and they have the same meanings, but that's not always the case. And I think it's just important for me to share with you my experience, but also give you the chance to start thinking about how you want to put this into your business. Because I had a call with my mastermind ladies a few weeks ago and they really, really enjoyed this process too. So I'm not in any way saying that you need to spend hours and hours and hours for these like 75 characters that you get in Instagram bio, or, you know, the little bit that you get on your Facebook business page. But I am suggesting that you do really think about how clear it is for someone that lands onto your page, your social media, wherever you are, what you do and how you can help them. And I know that you will have had these formulas, you know, I help X to achieve Y and get Z results, or, you know, whatever that looks like in your business and your messaging. But I just want to go a bit deeper than that. Is it really clear when someone comes to find you the journey that they can expect to go on with you? And are you being brave enough? Are you being brave enough to almost repel people? And that can be something that we need to self-reflect on. And I realized that my last bio, for example, said, let's transform your business together. And I love that phrase, but it doesn't really talk to my ideal client in the fact of what level they're already at in their business, what levels of success they've achieved. It just wasn't explicit enough for me. And I realized I'd got to this point where I'm obviously looking to continue to scale and grow my business. But when I talk about that, you know, scaling gets used and that word gets used so often. But for me, it's just growth. I'm always looking to grow, whether that's as a person, in my business, financially, with an impact, all of it. You know, growth is really important. But primarily from that space, if I'm looking to always be able to grow, I need to make sure that my message is super, super clear. But I also need to make sure that my message continues to change as I do. So we went through this like evolution, and it was, you know, still quite close obviously to the new year, but I just thought, let's just get really brave with who we are speaking to, the types of clients that you love spending time with. So I did a bit of reflection, and this is something that I really want you to do. My first question was, what am I really good at? What am I so confident I can get results in and my clients get results in? And the first one is allowing someone in their business who potentially is at the more starting, you know, they're not at the very start, but they're starting and they're looking to create consistent 5K months. I am very, very confident that when my clients work with me, we get them to that point of selling their one-to-one, selling their high-ticket programs organically, using social media, without ads, without having to have really complex systems in place, and basically get their business up and running. So that's the first type of client I love. You know, they're really passionate, they're really eager, they just really want to take action. But then my second type of client is the client that is looking to reach 6 figures and beyond. So they're already in business, they've already got clients, they've already got their business up and running, they've got their group programs or their one-to-one, they know where they are in their market and in their brand and in their messaging, but they want to expand, they want to scale that business financially and impact, you know, all of it. So that's my second superpower. I freaking love it. How to create strategy, systems, and bigger picture thinking to support my clients going from their 10K months, which, you know, their 8 to 12K months, which could go up and down a little bit, into those consistent months of being able to then reach their 6 figures and beyond without having to consistently launch, without having to feel like there's always this next sale having to happen, building in those layers in their business, the layers of payment plans, next launches, overlapping systems and programs, you know, just that more organic evolution of the business, you know, like the ladder system. And that's something else that I'm super passionate about. Why? Because I've done both of these things, but also because of the types of clients that I attract. And this isn't to say that every single one of my clients gets results as soon as we put in the strategy. Just like I don't get the results as soon as I put in the strategy. We have to be consistent, we have to have faith, and we have to keep showing up. So, you know, you might think, oh yeah, but you know, what about all of your other clients that aren't at this point yet? Not all of my clients are at the same level, but they are all continually moving forward towards one of those goals, the 5K months or the six figures. How quickly that happens is down to the client, down to where they are in their life, down to their other priorities. This isn't a race. So it's really important when you look at your bio or you look at who you are in your business. For me, sustainability is something that I've always talked about. Creating a sustainable business is sexy. Creating a business that is going to last for the long haul. You know, you're building out your legacy. It's not just this quick win to get 100K and then suddenly you think that you're going to be a millionaire, you know. It's about sustainability. So if my clients go through, and this happens all the time, they go through grief, pregnancy, moving house, moving countries, you know, leaks in their house, separations, you know, homeschooling, health, things happen. But my job is to make sure that they have all of the systems in place to reach their goals, the consistent 5K months, or scaling to that six figures and beyond, and know that they are getting there in those incremental successful steps. So it doesn't just change overnight. It can, but more often than not, I would rather it happen slowly and gradually for my clients so they continue to stay at those certain baselines. So I've had clients that have got to that consistent 5K months, then they've had 8K months, 12K months, but then 5K becomes that very bare minimum baseline. I've got clients that are at six figures, so their 15K, 10 to 15K baseline is consistent. That doesn't change. That's what we want to get for you in your business. We don't want that fluctuation. So looking at my bio then, I had to spend some time thinking about it. And I was like, right, how do I want to get this across? How do I want to make sure that this is my focus, that I really, really share this? So I did. I sat down, I asked some of my friends, I sat down with Luke, I asked my family, and I said, how can I make this super clear? And I knew that that would then potentially turn some people off, but I thought, I need this for me. I need this to feel lighter for me and more powerful, more tangible. So, you know, you can search this. I've changed it on my Instagram, and it says, mentoring you to achieve 5K months consistently, or scale to six figures plus using my tailor-made mentorship, group programs, and one-to-one. My tailored masterminds and one-to-one. And I've even said what my superpowers are: strategy, systems, selling, and scaling. So that's it now, everyone knows. So go back to your own, and it just makes it so much easier when I do podcasts, interviews, and also this happens over time. My business and me have changed over the last 3 and a bit years. So of course my bios that I've had before I loved, but now I'm just at that point where I just really want to cut through the noise of my own thoughts and where I did sit and where I sit now, and just make it super clear. Let's just say it how it is and kind of get rid of the fluff that sometimes you see. So think about that, the importance of your bio, the importance of what you're doing and how you're putting yourself out there, what your message is, you know, and it's all well and good, and I totally get this, but you know, like having a tagline. But if your tagline uses words like transformation, inspirational, life-changing, you know, game-changing, success, building, just make sure that word has the same meaning for your potential clients. And that's what I realized. Success is different to everybody. And it's not just driven by money, but it's about your impact. And for me, if I'm very clear with what it is that I offer, it means I can take the assumption out of it. So I've taken out words like transform, you know, and action taking, because everybody's version of action is different as well, you know. So just start to read, and it absolutely, I love a buzzword, you know me, I love words, but just make sure that we're not assuming that people understand what we mean when we say, I help you transform your life. I help you live your best life. I help you live a life that you love. What does that mean for them? You know, like, what does that actually mean for your clients? What does it mean to them to live a life that they love? So yeah, just get really, really clear with your wording, your language, the phrases that you use, and who you help, what your superpowers are, and the journey they can go on, and making sure we're super explicit. Let's just be brave enough this year, every day, every month, to just say it out how it is. This is who you want to support, and this is how you support them. And sometimes that does mean that you have to be brave and, you know, step out there with your language. But I think it's just so invigorating when you do. So I hope this has given you some food for thought, thinking about your bio, who you are, your taglines, your explanations of who you help and how you help them, your client journey, your marketing, your message, and just making sure that we are really, really powerful and clear with that as well. So any questions on this, let me know. You know, I'm here to help you. I'm here to make sure that we move you forward in a place of clarity, intention, and purpose. And I'm also here to make sure that you do reach your goals and that you achieve what it is that you're setting out to achieve, because it's only you that can make that choice. You know, you choose whether you try your best, whether you don't, whether you take action, whether you don't. These are your choices. So I hope that this is something that you can reflect on. Any questions, let me know. I cannot wait to see you, speak to you, connect with you in more of these trainings. But I really, really do hope that this has been helpful. And I'd love to know, send me some screenshots for your before and afters, what you used to say you do, what you say you do now. I'd love to see those transformations and that shift that you've made as well. So I'll see you very, very soon.